Hi, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Yep, that's what day it is. This is finally getting recorded. I'm so excited to be back on your phone again with my RV Pep Talk for the week. So let's get started. I want to talk to get today. I can't even talk. Here we go. About something that I get a lot of questions about. I talk to a lot of people about. It's something that you read all over Pinterest. You see beautiful quotes. I post some too. You see our girl Rachel Hollis talk about it and all the different inspirational speakers. And it's something that is so important that sometimes we completely glaze over because it kind of sucks. It's kind of something that we really don't even want to face and know about ourselves and face the reality of something we do to ourselves that we're 100% responsible for. So I'm not gonna beat around the bush and not tell y'all and make you guess. I'm talking about quitting. I'm talking about quitting on the things that are important in your life because you're not happening fast enough. Okay, so I know that I live in a world of I've always wanted immediate gratification. I want to be successful immediately. If I'm going to cut carbs out of my diet, I want to be skinny next week. I better be in my pre-pregnancy jeans. If I'm going to walk around this block for 2 miles, I want to see definition in my stomach now. If I'm going to get up early, Jesus better rain down the blessings for me from spending my time in the Bible. You see what I'm talking about? This is something that many of us have in our heads, and sometimes we don't even realize it. And the problem with that is, it's one thing to feel that way, because that's kind of inevitable. Many of us are going to feel that way. Is that it prevents us from keeping going. And it makes us quit on something that is huge and amazing and wonderfully instrumental in your life. And when people ask me, Rachel, how did you become RB 2.0? What did it take this time to make you keep going and do the things that you wanted to do? And it was me realizing that I was worth it not to quit on me. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. I want you to know that you're the same way. That the reason why you don't have the things you have or look the way you look or whatever it is that you want in your life, whether it's big, small, little, any things I didn't even mention a while ago. The reason why we don't get to those wonderful, amazing things for ourselves is because we quit before we even give ourselves a chance. And it's something that plagued me for years. I can't tell you how many times I started diets or I'd even start losing weight and give up because something went wrong. Or how many times I started a wonderful exercise plan and then 1 week the kids get sick and I can't do it and I don't go back. Or, this whole blog thing and this whole all this stuff. I mean, how many times did I do Suburban Strut and try to make it work? And then I'd quit the minute things got crazy and I couldn't finish and I was embarrassed because I hadn't blogged in 2 weeks. We are so freaking hard on ourselves because we want to be perfect. We want things to work fast and perfectly and exactly how we have it planned in our minds. And that is the biggest mistake we can make. Because here's the deal. When people say nothing good, nothing worth having comes easy, it's not just a cheesy quote. It's freaking true. These wonderful things that you want for life, being smaller, being more in shape, being healthier, a thriving business, or just a clean home for long term, those things that you want are not going to happen overnight. And they're wonderfully amazing for you. There's a reason the Lord put it on your heart that why you want these things. But if you think or even begin to think that it's going to happen just because you said it was going to, tomorrow, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to quit. And that's the worst thing you could possibly do. So this time with me, okay, I knew I needed to make changes in my life. My kids are getting older. Just to be 100% transparent with you, I didn't want to be the fat mom at high school picking up her kid. I didn't want to not be able to, walk the bleachers at football games or basketball games. I'm watching Claire cheer, going to watch Owen play or whatever it is. I just didn't want to be self-conscious. I didn't want myself to get in the way of enjoying my kids and my family. And what I'd realized that for so many years, I was let my own head, my own problems get completely in the middle of me and enjoying what was in front of me with my family. And so for so long, that was always in the forefront of my mind. But I never had enough of course I'm going blank thinking of the word. I never had enough in me to keep going because the minute things would go crazy, because spoiler alert, things never go as planned. Things never go as you hope they do. Things are going to fall through the cracks. Shit's going to happen. And we have got to be able to persevere through that. So every other time before RB 2.0, before I quit my job and where I am today, anytime something would go wrong, kids would get sick, something money would happen, fight between me and Shane, something with work, just all the things, drama, or we just get crazy busy and I wouldn't have time to even think about doing the things or preparing for the things that I was trying to do and that kind of stuff. It would happen. And then once it happened, I was done. There's no point in going back now. I've already eaten the bad things. I've already quit working out. I've already, whatever it is, okay? I've already quit blogging. Everybody's gonna think I'm crazy. Like, whatever it was that happened, I would not do it. I would just quit. Like, I'm done. It's just not gonna happen. This is gonna happen all the time. Things are gonna get in the way all the time. I can't handle this. I can't do it. I'm just gonna have to be okay with this the rest of my life. I mean, that might sound familiar for some people, might not. But the difference this time versus last time I acted that way and did those things is that every time things that would happen, I would tell myself, you're not doing that this time, Rachel. You're just talking yourself out of it. There's no reason why you can't keep going next week when you do have the time again or when life's back to normal. And that was a huge game changer for me. I told myself, you're not going to quit. This is not a get rich quick or get skinny quick or get healthy quick or get whatever it is scheme. This is a long-term, if you want to be the 2.0 version of yourself, it's not going to happen in a couple months. It's going to happen for the rest of your life. This is a lifestyle change. I have to keep going. So if I'm going to let one little week of shit stop it, then it's never going to happen. And I can talk that with every single detail of what I'm doing now. Eating better. There are times, like last week, it was a shitty week. It was a terrible week. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but it's just everything that could possibly go wrong was going wrong. And I ate for crap. Ate terrible. I felt terrible. I didn't take my supplements. I didn't do all the things. I didn't walk. Nothing. I was feeling like crap. And at the end of the week, I was just like, oh my God. Here I am with this Soulmates walking group, and I can't just, not be doing it. I can't not be walking the walk. But I had to remind myself that, nope, it's okay. This is part of it. I'm not going to gain all my weight back because I didn't walk this week or I didn't eat well. In fact, I'm not going to gain back a pound. I'm fine. It's okay. Just start back again next week. And that's what I'm doing. I'm back in the swing of things, doing it again this week, and it's okay. That's the difference. That's the magic maker, if you will, of keeping going, of not stopping, of knowing that you can have moments, things are going to happen, but if you let yourself quit and you don't start up back again, it's never going to happen for you. You're never going to be what you really want to be because you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back just because one thing went wrong. Things are never, ever, ever going to go as planned. Here's the other thing too, is that the times, and this is so true for so much in our life, when we are just at the brink of quitting, when things are just so bad, and everything's happening all around you, everything's going wrong, I can tell you that 99% of the time, if you look at it like this, you're going, a roadblock, shit happens, things aren't going great, you're really upset, nothing is going as planned, and you feel like your whole life's spinning out of control again, and everything you worked so hard for is going down the tank. I mean, all these different things, and you stop right here on the other side of that is usually something big. Success. Jesus is right there on the other side of that waiting with something huge. All you got to do is commit to yourself to not quit, to keep going. And I'm telling you, that's where the magic happens. That's where the weight gets lost. I don't know. That's where, the business things happen for you. That's where the changes finally happen, is when you persevere over those humps and keep going, because on the other side of them is the good stuff, is the goodness, is the stuff worth chasing and going after. So what in your life have you been wanting and you've been trying to do over and over again? You keep on quitting and you come back to it and that kind of stuff. And you tell yourself, I just have no willpower. I mean, I hear that all the time from y'all. I have no willpower. In fact, I used to tell myself the same thing. I was like, I have no commitment. I have no willpower. It's BS. We've all got a little bit inside us. How bad do you want it? How important is it to you and your family? How much of it is a game changer for y'all? What could it do for you? Is it worth starting back up again? Sure, it's not easy if you haven't walked in 2 weeks to start walking again. It sucks. It's hard to put those shoes on and start walking again. I mean, sure, after having a week of eating really bad and eating whatever you want and then trying to start back up again, it's not easy. It sucks. It sucks really bad. But like I said in the very beginning of this, nothing worth having comes easy. So you have to have that mindset of, yeah, this sucks, but so much better is coming out of it. So much goodness is going to come out of this if I keep going, if I keep doing it. Because not eating crap for a while and letting myself have a cheat every once in a while and things like that is so much more worth it than feeling like crap all the time, as that example. You know, with this whole thing, with me talking to you right now, y'all have no idea how many times Satan has gotten in my head and tried to make me quit this kind of stuff. In fact, just last week, I was like, I think I need to go back to work. I'm not even shitting y'all. I just felt like everything was spiraling out of control around me. I could not get some of the stuff to work. Like the email that you're reading today. I mean, I'm right now watching my computer trying to verify the email address that I've set up still that I set up last week, because suddenly now I'm like this old woman that doesn't know how any technology, which blows my freaking mind. And then like, you know, trying to find the time to blog. I, for some reason, have not made that much of a priority as I want to. And so many times I thought, well, maybe I just won't blog. Maybe I just won't do it. Or, you know, running a Phil's business. Spoiler alert, when you run your own business and you're doing things, it's not all uphill all the time. There's ups and downs. And let me tell you something, to be 100% transparent with y'all. This problem that I'm talking about that plagues us is also a problem for everyone. So meaning when you're running a business and you have a team of women that is working with you and everybody doesn't persevere like certain people do and things like that, that's part of the ups and downs too, of getting through that and being there for people and understanding that some people are going to be in it for a long haul. Some people are going to do really good for a couple months and then quit. I mean, that's just part of it. And I'm telling you this to be transparent, to let you know that even now, as I'm talking to you, I love this and I want to do this every week for the rest of my life. Like, I still get in my own head. I still come up with reasons why I shouldn't do it. I still let Satan mess with me and tell me that it's not worth it long term and that kind of stuff when I know it is. And I know that maybe only 50 of you will view this video, or maybe I only have, you know, a couple of people respond, or whatever it is. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. And that's hard. That's hard for us, because this is about our walk and our example in the long term. And we're not going to get that immediate success immediately. And just like things like this, if I'm sitting here waiting to only do it when I feel like I'm successful, this is never going to happen. Things like this are never going to happen. And I hope this makes sense. I mean, I'm very much rambling because I'm getting pretty vulnerable here for myself. But this is all our stories, okay? And like I tell myself all the time. Okay, 2 weeks ago when I sent out this first message, it was major shit show. I suddenly found out that Gmail won't let you send out a massive email like I was trying to do. So it wasn't going out. I thought I had sent it on Sunday night. It didn't go out. I thought it was. So what I thought went out didn't. So when no one responded, no one said a word, I was like, shame. Nobody likes it. Like, nobody's saying anything. Oh my God, what have I done? Like, I wanted to retract the email, okay? So I went to bed that night and prayed, like, oh Lord, please let me wake up to people saying they liked it or that it was worth it, or what have I done? What have you, I mean, please, 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 please give me answers. So then I went through most of the day, the next day, and nobody was saying anything. So I finally was like, So I started reaching out to friends that I knew I sent it to and said, hey, did you get this? And like, no. And that's when I started realizing there were problems. And then I couldn't get it to freaking work. I was like, oh my God, like it still wasn't working. And so I finally figured out a quick fix where I could, like, you know, chunk it into pieces and send it to different people, and it started going out. And then suddenly all the old emails started going out and people started getting it like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was so freaking embarrassed. And then, of course, the first 2 emails that I got back from y'all was 2 girls saying, please remove me from this list. And I was like, for the love of God, you asked for it. And I was like, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Then all the wonderful emails started coming through. So many of y'all gave me amazing feedback to the point where I was crying. And then those 2 girls that asked to be removed, they didn't ask me on it. I miskeyed 2 email addresses. And the 2 girls that thought that asked me to have their email added to it, that didn't get it because I miskeyed it, were messaging me saying, hey, I still haven't received it. And I realized the 2 girls that said they want to be removed were like, who the hell's RB? Why are you sending me this? So it was like all that stress of like those girls not wanting the messages and immediately asking to be removed off of it, and, you know, thinking nobody was going to respond or anybody even wanted the email and that kind of stuff. That was all ridiculous. And had I let that, like, shut my computer and be, okay, I'm never doing this again, I'm so embarrassed, I wouldn't have had the goodness of all of y'all giving me a wonderful response and laughing about the fact that the two girls that didn't want it really didn't ask for it. And I actually said to myself, this is going to be the funniest story one day when I am giving, like, a keynote somewhere, and to tell people that to keep going, to not quit, and to that everybody has, like, their shit shows and things are going to go wrong. And of course, my nose is running right now. I'm not crying. It's just, yeah, there we go. But you know what I'm saying? And I told y'all a really long story, and it was very, like, rambling, but I really do think it's important that you hear that it's not just you. It's not just, everyone has their things. Everyone has their moments where they just want to give it all up. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. It happens to everyone. And everyone that you think that never happens to, you're 100% wrong. It just is. So, all this rambling, all this talk, and here we are, almost 16 minutes in. I want to keep this to 10 minutes. I will. I'll figure this out. Know that you're not alone, that you can do the hard things, but you have to believe in yourself. And if you want to get to that wonderful, amazing success that you so badly want right now, just give it time. Just keep going, and know that when you get to those bad spots, instead of being like, oh my God, my whole world's falling apart, I can't do it all, oh my gosh, I quit, I'm done. Instead of being that way, I want to challenge you, and this is going to sound crazy, so just bear with me. When the shit hits the fan, instead of freaking out and being, super stressed and upset, smile and be like, y'all, I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. It's coming. It's about to happen. Y'all get ready. This girl ain't stopping. And keep going, because something's right on the other side of that for me, for us. And just keep going. Just keep going. You are so worth it. Commit to yourself, whatever it is through the rest of this year, whatever it is. Baby steps. You don't have to do huge, wonderful, life-changing things. The smallest of things can be huge, wonderful, and life-changing. Just bite off a little chunk as you can of things that you can commit to. And you'll be blown away of what can happen in your life when you realize that you're worth it and that you don't need to quit. That you don't have to quit. That you can actually do this. One of the best things in the world for me to realize, and why I got this tattoo, my RB2 tattoo, was because I suddenly realized that I can do anything I put my mind to when I trust Jesus, that he's on the other side of everything, waiting for me with even bigger and better things that I wasn't even planning on. I mean, I never would have thought I'd be home on around Tuesday. My kid, Bree, is sick with a little bug, and they're watching Casper right now, and I'm home, and I'm not stressed, and I'm not, worried about working, or who's pissed that I didn't come into work today, or who's talking about me, or what I'm not getting done, or what meetings I had to cancel, and that kind of stuff. I'm in a pair of size medium pants. I'm wearing a shirt from Boutique that last time I looked at their stuff, I couldn't even order it because I was too big. I mean, I have all these things happening for me that I never in a million years would have thought I could have done, because I would try to do things and try to make things work, and I did not believe myself enough to keep going. I mean, just this right now, the fact that I'm sending out an email, and this is in no way, shape, or form where I want this email to be, how I want it to look, all those things, it's all, I'm just running by the seat of my pants and just doing it instead of, if you hear screaming, Bree's watching Casper. There's not screaming in my house right now, but it doesn't look like what I want it to look like. It's not ready yet, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I am not going to wait till we're ready. I'm not going to wait till I know everything. I'm just going to do it and make an impact and hopefully help someone. If one girl reads this and keeps going instead of quitting, that's worth it to me. But I got this tattoo because I wanted to have a constant reminder to myself on the days when I do want to quit, when I do want to give up, to look down, because it still surprises me every time I see it. Every time I look down and see this tattoo, I'm like, I can't tell you how many times I'm walking and I think a bug's on me. It's kind of funny. But I look down and see that and I go, nope, you're worthy of more. You can do more. And you will do more. Keep going. I hope this helped. I hope it made sense. I love y'all, and I'm here for you, and I'm going to now finish up the email and hopefully get this out today. It will get out today. I'm not going to stop until it does. If you guys need me, you know where to find me. Have a fantastic week.